questions. Okay, I disabled the chat, hence you don't have an option to. If I'm not wrong, I think you don't have an option to chat. Point one. Okay. So the second one, team, I sent the meeting details. That's why you are here, by the way. And second point, I sent you the guidelines of the training. Okay, please remember all of them. And I shared the soft copy material location also, where you can find the soft copy material. Then slowly by tomorrow, you'll get the server IP, sorry, mainframe ID and password also. I will send you WhatsApp group link so that you can join in that group for better communication over there related to your doubts, errors and all. Okay. So you will get the user ID password. I sent you already how to configure the server. Some people would
Yes,
have,
yes, I heard. Yeah.
you would have done, some of them would have done that configuration. So some of them are yet to do, I guess. You guys can do it. Yeah. So coming to the content. Yeah. So what we discussed it, Tim, by the way. So we were discussing about what is mainframe. Right. So what is a mainframe? And did I explain who are using main? The clients I told you. Okay. The clients I told you. What else left in? What is mainframe? Okay. Features of mainframe I told you. I'll try to reiterate again. Yeah. So let me talk about few terminologies. So yeah. So team, one thing. So why still mainframe is existing? Okay. Why still mainframe is existing? So team, as I told you in another session, okay, in previous session, mainframe is oldest technology. It is almost 50 years, not okay, 50 years back developed technology. It is not a recent technology. Still, the mainframe is existing. Still, mainframe is existing and ruling also. Example, nowadays, you know very well, if something is coming to the market, that will be there only for 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. After that, something else is coming. On top of that, something else is coming. But mainframe developed almost 50, 60 years back. Still, it is ruling or playing the key role in industry. The reason for them, or reason for that, I told you that, okay, so from so many years, okay, all banks, insurance companies, okay, their customers' data, their data, end users' data is present in mainframe. So that content, that data is used. Okay, that data is used because we need to store end users' data. Let's say most of them from India, or you might be attending from US, but you are doing lot of transactions in a bank, right? Credit or debit. So as per the local governments, local government, we are supposed to, the banks are supposed to store the transactions for decades, for 10 years, 20 years, or 30 years, something like that. Because in any fraud happens, if any fraud is happened, then they can go back, see the transactions. That is the one of the reason. That is a one of the reason. Hence, for all the banks, okay, all the banks, they have to follow the local government. Okay, if it is United States of America, they have their own guidelines. So they might say the United States of America government says that, example, every transaction should be stored minimum 70 years. That example, okay, if you're attending from Spain, the Spain government can say that every transaction should be stored 30 years. All credit card transactions should be stored for 30 years. Government India says that, assume all are examples only, team. It's not a real values. Okay, so India Government of India, Reserve Bank of India, they might say that, okay, every credit card transaction should store 25 years. So they might be having a guidelines. So hence they have to follow those guidelines and store every day, every second transaction. So when every day transactions are coming, you can imagine how much data is going to be there in the system after a couple of years. It will be huge, right? So that much data is available in mainframe technology. That much data is there in mainframe technology, mainframe database. So you can imagine, right? SBI, how many transactions are happening? Okay, so you are paying through Google Pay, well, Phone Pay, but indirectly the transaction, final transaction recorded in the SBI, right? Or ICICI or HDFC, Bank of America, Citibank, whichever the bank you are using. So in that particular bank, your transaction is going to store. So you can imagine how many transactions will be there. Okay, so to store that much data, couple of decades back, we don't have any system. That time only one system is available is that is called mainframes because it can store huge amount of the data. That is a beauty. The second one here, it can process that much huge amount of the data because once we store the data at the end of the month, we want to generate a statement for every customer, debit card statement, credit card statement. So which means that how many transactions happened in December month. So I have to generate a bank statement for December month and publish and send an email in January first week or second week. Right? So which means that every when that entire month, the previous month, all transactions, we need to read it. We need to process it. So to process, we should have a proper, we should have a good system for that. Okay, very good computing system is required for that. So the mainframe can process, can store huge amount of the data. So that is the one reason, why still people are using mainframe. Second, okay, the second is already they kept so much data. Now moving from mainframe to that entire data and application programs from mainframe to other technology is very, very challenging. Okay, because these programs developed almost 40 years back, 30 years back, not 2 years back or 3 years back. All legacy projects existing since 30, 40 years. Okay, from 30, 40 years onwards. So moving these programs into other technology and even data also moving from this particular technology to other technology is very, very, very challenging, hectic. So that's why everyone is doing a trial and error. Okay, let's try. Everyone is trying to do it, but they cannot able to move their entire all the applications database to other technology. Let's say there is a Bank of America, assume it. Okay, Bank of America stored 40 years data and 10, 1000 programs are there. Okay, so they cannot able to move 1000 programs and 40 years data. Okay, they cannot able to do it. Example I'm telling as a bank. Okay, the reason, because when you're moving 40 years data, something happens while you are migrating from one database to other database. If something happens, then the bank will be in trouble. Okay, so they are going to lose their reputation. Okay, so that's why, okay, people are worrying and not moving from mainframe to other mainframe. So if any new features want to add, if any new requirement comes, that they are building on other technology. That's why we are seeing very less openings from mainframe. Okay. Why? We are seeing less openings because if any new features are coming, new requirements are coming, for that they are using new data, new technology, and they are using cloud. But the existing projects, so what are the existing projects are there? Let's say if there are 100 projects are there, out of 100, 99, 98 projects still in mainframe only. As per minimal knowledge, nobody able to move entire A to Z. A to Z means database, files, and everything into other technology or into other database. So far, could not able to do it and did not do that. They are trying to do part by part, partial by partial, just to test how it is happening, what is the impact and all. Okay, is it clear? This is the you know some history about who are using mainframe, why they are using. So I said it can process huge amount of the data, and very important is security. Okay, nobody able to hack end users data. So in future, I am believing in future somebody can hack your cloud data. As of now, we cannot say. We don't know because there is a action, there will be reaction. Okay, which means that now cloud is more secure. People are saying we cannot predict. Okay, somebody can hack the data from cloud through some approach. Okay, which approach may be more secure also. We don't say as of now. We don't say because cloud is also is a baby. I can say cloud is a baby. The reason to say is a baby team because I'll tell you one example. Okay, uh, why I am calling cloud is a baby, not a mature or I can say it's not teenager also. Okay, because cloud introduced 5 years back or around 10, not more 6 to 7 years, right? So nobody used full-fledged way cloud means okay. Now slowly they are storing the data in the cloud. After 15 years, after 10 years, once you store entire data in the cloud, then you will come to know the challenges and the cost. Okay. Because holding, when storing the data in the cloud is like a rental. Okay. How much storage you use, you have to pay accordingly. Use and pay. Okay. So now what happening? How much memory is required, you take that much memory space from the cloud and store it. But after 10 years, okay, this is my personal experience team. It's not a community and all. After 10 years, we don't know how much we might have to pay. Are you getting my point? So, okay, after 10 years, are we paying less or now more? We don't know as of now. Okay. All the things will come after 1 decade. That the is it actually is useful or not? Now cloud is handy, no doubt about it. Cloud is more handy, more user friendly for the clients and for speed deployment. There is no doubt about it. Okay. The features which we have very user friendly, but consequences we don't know. Okay. So example, now we are okay, now we got a some disease. Okay, now we are taking a medicine. So it will cure, no doubt. Okay, for your problem, for your disease. Okay, by that medicine, it will cure that particular disease. But consequence, the problem with that medicine, it will impact after decades. You know very well, right? So, okay, as most of them from India, I'm giving these examples. If when you're taking every time the painkiller, so painkiller will reduce your pain on temporary basis. If you take more pain, obviously it will impact your kidney or some organ in your body. Do you agree with me, guys? So the same thing, okay, but at the same time, okay. So sometimes that particular painkiller may not create a problem for everyone, even after decades, after later stages. For some of them, it might impact. Okay. Now painkiller is handy to, to manage your pain, but in future, that consequence we don't know. Any medicine, okay, nowadays whatever the medicine we are taking, so that might lead to cancer also, because the common, see, now we are going to one doctor, they are giving according to that particular problem, okay, so but your body is going to fit into your, that medicine is going to fit your body, no, nobody knows. Okay, in future it might create a problem in a different way. Is it clear, team? Anyhow, we are not discussing about any medical, but telling you that. So now cloud is very cakewalk, very, when you're eating a cake, how it looks very, smooth, tasty. Now cloud is like that. Let's wait for the impact of the cloud. Impact of the cloud means, so because after 10 years only you'll come to know. Yes, it is 100% useful and very more benefits are there than having the data center. Okay. You got it, team. Anyone wants to add anything? I know there are some senior people are there here. They may not be, they work on support, or you want to add anyone? Anyone want to add anything? Please add it. So here there are some guys, right? Who are working already on mainframe. Can you share your experience? Anyone can share experience. Anything are you heard about that entire mainframe technology, including data, programs moved to other technology. Anyone heard about it? Or whatever the points I said.
Yeah, most of the mainframe projects and mainframe data are recently moving to cloud environment. And I'm about to ask that, like you said, right, how cloud is still a baby, and we don't know its outcome, and we will get to know after some decades or something. So why companies are preferring cloud over mainframe? Only because of the speed and all, because we have RAS system in this mainframe, because reliability, accessibility, this and all we have this in mainframe. But still I had this doubt. It's been like 6 years I'm in this mainframe, and then I'm into seventh year now, but still having that question, like why specifically cloud?
No, okay, simple here. Okay. So you are hungry, you are huge of hungry. There are two things are there in front of you. Okay, ready-made food is there. You have to spend 2 minutes for getting for ready food, or every all items are there. Okay, you need to prepare a one item. For that, there is a ready-made mixed, everything is there. Or you have items. Now, which one you choose? You are hungry. So you choose ready-made food. So
Ready-made, yeah.
ready-made food. So now the cloud is ready-made food for everyone. I'm not telling in the negative way. I'm telling in the positive way. Because so as you are in hungry, we should have a food, correct? So the problem with the existing systems, not with the cloud. So if something came into the picture means there are some major problems with the other things. Like we have a something called data center. Okay. So earlier, every company stores their data in their own server, in their own database system. Okay. See, you want to store, example, I will tell you, because there are some new people who are new to IT or computer science. I'll come from there. Okay. So we have a external hard disk. Why we have a external hard disk? Because we want to store our data. Okay. We want to store our data in hard disk, correct? So just for your personal movies, soft copy material, or your, if your function, your marriage, or some, or your parents' functions, videos, audios, you want to keep them in a hard disk. So that is our own database, own data center. Okay. for your family. Okay, one TV hard disk is enough, the external hard disk enough. That is your own data center. Earlier, okay, before cloud, I'm telling before cloud, Bank of America or Citibank or any bank, they have their own server. They not server, they have their own infrastructure. Hardware, I'll say. Hardware, they have their own hardware to store their data and applications. What they have? They have their own infrastructure. In our case, hard disk is a infrastructure. For them, is a system, okay, big system where it can store huge amount of the data and programs. And okay, the basically the infrastructure, okay, in a simple term, infrastructure. So when we have our own infrastructure, we need to have some specialized people who upgrade the infrastructure, who keep monitoring the infrastructure, how the network, how data is exchanging, is there any problems while interacting, and we need a admins for that. So altogether, we need a separate setup of the people. We need a separate of resources. So first of all, maintaining our own infrastructure is a challenging and infrastructure, and you have to ensure that that should be in the right place. You have to pay rental for that. The second one is the resources. You need to hold the, you need to train, you need to get the, recruit the resources for that. Okay. So now, whereas cloud is a ready-made. Okay. Now I kept data center, right? Now everything is giving a cloud. You no need to do anything. You tell to the AWS, it will give you what infrastructure you want within 5 minutes, less than 5 minutes. Okay. So just you go and tell that I want this much infrastructure. Okay. Everything is plug and play. Everything is a plug and play system in AWS cloud. So it is readily available infrastructure for you. And you can increase your infrastructure capacity based on your business. As of now, your business is very small. Later, it grown like anything. So you can increase your infrastructure simply in on fingerprints. Okay, in the cloud. These are all the advantages of the cloud. It is like a ready-made food. It is handy, and you no need to recruit a people to manage your server infrastructure. Instead of that, you need to recruit cloud specialist, cloud admin, cloud server, cloud network people, cloud security people. Okay. So if you are holding with the, I'm a data center experienced admin guy, so that doesn't work. Now you have to learn, okay, cloud administrator, AWS administrator, Google administrator, like that. You got it, my point? So the main reason why, see, and that too, a very, very good option here, right? Cloud, I'll tell you. Okay, why we don't buy the flat straight away when you have got the job, or you got married, now you want to buy a flat. Why you don't buy a flat? Because you have to invest it. Am I correct? So you have to spend 20 lakhs, 30 lakhs upfront payment, then you have to pay EMI. Okay, am I correct? Forget about married or unmarried, but someone from your family, your cousin, brother, someone is trying to buy a flat. Someone is not trying to buy a flat. What is the difference? Because the person who has a 60 lakhs, the flat cost is 1 crore. So we have to pay 30 lakhs as a upfront payment. 70 lakhs we have to take a loan. So how everybody will not get 30 lakhs, right? Now, if I go with the cloud, I no need to invest 30 lakhs at all. How much you need, take that much infrastructure size, configuration system, and pay only for that. No investment. No investment is required for that. Hence, for small enterprise applications, for small companies, MNC companies or clients, this is the best option without investment, without take caring your server. Okay. I'll give another example. The gold is with you in home. You have to provide a security. If you give, okay, let's say you applied a gold loan. So bank will take care. You will utilize the that money. Same. Okay, you don't do all of them. Just you go there. Okay, I want this infrastructure in a cloud. They will give 1 minute, less than 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, not more than days. And if you want to upgrade the infrastructure earlier for your small business, you have one size of infrastructure, your business grown and you want to increase the infrastructure. That also happens in the fraction of minutes and hours and hours only. But if I have a own data center, it will take days. So these are all the challenges with the data center and advantages of the cloud. That's why people started moving to the cloud. Why not? I'll give you one example. Okay. So we have a Google Drive, right? So it is, you can imagine here. Okay. Okay. I'll tell you my experience. Okay. Earlier I had a one hard disk. Okay. I stored my entire data. It got corrupted. So I went to the service center. They said to break the, when to, it got damaged means it's corrupted. Okay. Somewhere it's not working as simple as, okay, pin is not working or something is not working in the hard disk. I went to the service center, international brand, that one. They sent it to the Switzerland somewhere. From India to Switzerland, they tried to recover the data, but they could not able to do it. So now you can imagine. Now it is a personal data. It's okay. And there is a sweet memory data also will be there, like pictures of ours, like childhood friend, college, all images or family function photos, videos are there. I lost it. But if I have a cloud, okay, I can access this data anywhere. Point one. And the Google or Google Cloud will ensure that our data will be safe, because there is no chance at all you're going to lose it. Did you understand, team? So I explained more, I guess, today, this part. You got the answer, right, PK?
Yeah.
Now, anyone is paying the amount for Google Pay? Sorry, not Google Pay, sorry. Google Drive. Who are paying Google Drive? Means, like maybe since your Gmail is full, so you might be paying some amount, right? Anyone is paying for Google Drive amount? Every year you have to pay something if it is 100 GB or 10 GB is full. Open up, team. You need to respond. Say yes or no.
No.
Okay. So yeah, I am paying. Okay. Yeah. Sadiq, you want to say?
No, I said no.
Yeah. So you guys, maybe some people might be creating a multiple email IDs, but I am running training institute. I mean, not, it's like a training institute. It's not a training. Okay. So you know every day how many mails I will get, how many mails I'll respond. I need to store some videos which I am conducting also. Hence, whatever the default they provided, I cannot hold in the free available Google, whatever they give for free of cost, it is got full. Now every year I have to pay 1200 rupees. Okay. So if I pay 6 years, I have to pay around 7,000. So if I buy a hard disk, I'm telling you how the Google Drive is generating a revenue. Let's say day one, now I purchased a hard disk. There is advantage, disadvantage. By the way, I purchased a hard disk for 6,000. I can store next to 6 years data, 1 TB data in one drive. After 6 years, on sixth year onwards, because I'm getting the hard disk which is worth of 6 years Google Drive cost. Are you getting my point? So instead of paying to Google Drive 6 years, 6 years amount I can buy own hard disk, I can store it. Right? But there is a challenge I told you with, if I go with the external hard disk, right? Because some, if there is a corruption, if the device is not working, the pin is not working properly, then your data will be loose. But the price point of view, I was telling you since couple of minutes the price. Now the data which I want, I could able to store in hard disk due to some XYZ reason I am maintaining in the Google Drive. So I have to pay this amount for the next 20 years also. If my business goes in this way only, same amount I have to pay 20 years to retain that old data as it is. So where is 6,000? 20 into 1200 rupees. You can count it. Did you understand, team? Are you getting my point? So the cloud, that's why I said a born, okay? It's a born baby. One of the main reason is now first 2 3 years you feel okay 1200. After 10 years you will realize that array, if I stored in the external hard disk, I would have saved this much amount. Okay, so that will come into the picture later. Everything time tells that whether it is a huge benefit in terms of the cost. Now cloud companies, Google or AWS advertising that this much you can save if you store your data in the cloud instead of your own data center. Okay, infrastructure. So they are telling all the reasons. Let's wait and see. Yeah, anyone wants to add anything here?
No.
It's correct.
Yeah, here there are some experienced people. You guys can add it. Okay, nothing wrong. Nothing wrong if you add. As I told you, you can also add it. Okay, fine. So remember my words. Okay, after 10 years, if you are in touch with me, okay, then we'll understand the time. Okay, what I said. Okay, cost benefit for the companies are not after 10 years, you'll come to know. Yeah. Now,
But most
so
of
you
the
understand.
companies says like mainframe is more costlier than what to say cloud services right now.
No, no, I'm not talking the whatever I explained last the 20 30 minutes, right? I'm not talking about the mainframe.
Okay.
Initial couple of minutes I talked about mainframe, but later I said data center.
Yeah,
Which
yeah.
means that it's own your data center, not mainframe.
Okay.
Okay, you are storing in your own database in your own premises. Okay, I'm talking about that. Yeah, the very bad thing is that the IBM is not reducing the prices, though they are not investing huge amount on the mainframe, but still they are not reducing. That is the biggest challenge with us. If they reduce the cost and they make, uh, if they make mainframe little bit more versatile, more flexible, then nobody can able to beat mainframe even next 2 3 decades. But the thing is, as you said, okay, holding the data, maintaining own server, ZOS server, I don't know whether you guys can trust, believe or not. So you have, you have limited companies which are holding own server. Okay, every company, MNC company cannot hold their own server also because holding server, mainframe server is very, very costly. Even for our POC purpose, training purpose, or for showcasing something for employees to do some hands-on, for anything if you want, it is a huge cost involved. Okay, so even for the clients also, there is a huge cost involved to get the license itself. Okay, so always I am always thinking, "Arey, one day IBM should come down, they should reduce the price so that they can get more business." So hope for the best. Let's see how it goes. You got the answer, right? I agree with you, what you said. Okay,
Yeah.
I heard it. Okay, the cost point of view, cloud is cheaper than mainframe, no doubt about it. But as I told you, right?
Yes.
So long run, okay, in the long run, how your cloud is going to benefit because
Mm.
so that is how it looks like. Let's see. Yeah, any other queries by the way, team? Okay, so now we discussed about why mainframe is existing still, because security and recovery. Recovery in the sense, if something goes, your data will be safe and we can able to fix and continue our business without interrupting immediately. Okay, recovery, if we, okay, and availability. So what does mean availability, team? If you are integrated your front end with the mainframe, your back end, the mainframe will be up and running always, like a 24 into 7. So your mainframe system is available 24 into 7. Your mainframe system is available 24 into 7. So means they don't say that, if you use more than 10 years, your server will be, where it'll get corrupted, or performance is going to reduce. It is going to impact lot of things. It doesn't happen like that. Okay. So these are all the reasons, team: reliability, security, availability, and huge data can process. The challenge with the mainframe is why the companies are moving from mainframe to other technology. One is cost. Okay. There is a huge cost involved nowadays. Like cloud is a ready-made food is coming. And earlier we follow traditional approach to develop the application. Now it is agile, deployment, all will become challenging going with the mainframe. Okay. So because right now all the companies try to reduce their cost of, cost expenses. They try to save the expenses. So where they can save the expenses, any company operations. Okay, taking operational part like infrastructure or back end support team members, all there only they can reduce, they can save the money. Yeah, right. So let me talk about few modules in mainframe, TSOISPF. Guys, okay, I shared you already two sets of TSOISPF video batches. When two sets, I request you to start and watch them. Try to complete as soon as possible. Who are new to mainframe, you guys have to complete quickly. Okay, once I give the tomorrow, I'll give the server access. You can start practicing also without completing the topic by referring those videos, because those are all the videos I conducted in the previous old batches. Okay, so next, let's talk about the modules. We have a TSY SPF. This is the first module for any mainframe technology. We talked about ACL, VSAM, COBOL, DB2 is a server database, CICS view as a front end, IMS DB is a database, IMS DC will be work as a IMS DC is a like a front end, PL1 is a programming language. What is that? PL1 is a programming language. IDMS is a database. Okay. So I think else we have only these are all very important. Assembler is there. Okay. Assembler is again assembler. Okay. So TSY, SPF, JCL, VSAM, COBOL, these are all the modules. Anyhow, we are going to discuss till CICS every module. So when we are going to discuss all the models, hence no need to spend again separately to discuss about them. Yeah. So let me explain the key terminologies in mainframe. So we have something called emulator. What is that called? Emulator. Let me draw one diagram. So let's take an example. The mainframe server is located in Washington. or Chennai, Bangalore, like that. What is this? This is the mainframe server. So in this mainframe server, we have a operating system called ZOS. Okay, MVS, multiple virtual storage, or ZOS. Then it is a server. Basically, it is a server. Okay, when I say server, nothing but it's a mainframe system. Now, how I can connect to this server? I located in Hyderabad. So I located in Hyderabad. How I can connect to, because I cannot take the license and all, as I told you. There is another guy is connecting from New York. The other guy is connecting from Spain. The other person is connecting from Dubai. So wants to connect the server. So this person wants to connect from here. So this guy has a laptop. This person has a laptop. This person has a laptop. This person has a desktop. Doesn't matter. Okay. Now from this desktop, I need to connect to the mainframe system. From this system, I need to connect to the mainframe system. From this system, I need to connect to the mainframe system. So if I want to talk to, assume that this is the person A and this is the person B. If I want to call to this, if I want to talk to this person B, I should have the B person contact number so that I can dial, can connect to him. Did you understand? So it's like a
Yes.
communication. It's like a communication. So now, so what they do in our regular conversation, if I want to call to you, I want to talk to you every day. So I should have your phone number. If I have a phone number, then I can dial in my phone so that it will comes to you. Same here we have something called IP address. Okay. There how we have a phone number for you, B. Similarly, there is a IP address and there is something called port number. What is that? IP number, IP and port number. So these are all the address for this server, this system. So what is the address? For every system, there is IP address. Not only for the server, in fact, in our local system also. So you can get the IP address. Okay, for every system, there is a IP address. I guess if you read some articles, right? If somebody posts any vulgar or sexual or any illegal uh, videos or anything in website or anywhere, the police try to trace with the help of IP address from where you posted, what is the IP address. So through the IP address, they can able to locate your from which city you are operating, from which place. That much is there, same. So IP address, the port number is the address for this. So now, so this person should install a software called emulator. What is that? Emulator. So emulator is the software everyone should install. Okay. Person A, person B, C, and D. Everyone should install the emulator in their respective laptop. After installation, they should provide this IP and port number over here. Provide IP number, port number here. Provide in the emulator. Provide IP number, port number in the emulator so that they can connect to mainframe server. So emulator is the software which we use to connect to mainframe server. I hope you are clear, which will help us to connect to the mainframe server. Zoom, how you connected in the meeting? Zoom, right? So Zoom is the application we used it. Okay. So you installed, I installed, right? So how we together connected? There is a Zoom pass meeting ID passcode. Similarly, here IP address port number. Instead of Zoom, you are installing Mocha Soft. There are so many emulators are there in the market. There are so many things are there in the market. Emulators, Mocha TN327. This is the one we are using trial version. Mocha TN3270 with the TN3270 and QWS or something is like that. So there are so many emulators are there. There are so many companies developed the mainframe emulator. So most of them are commercial. You have to take the license. Some of them are there, the trial version. So the one which I am using a trial version. You guys also you're going to use trial version because you cannot buy. I cannot offer you for free of cost, right? Nobody can afford because for training purpose we cannot spend that much amount. So we are using trial version. Is it clear? So what is the emulator? Did you understand? Emulator is the software. Emulator is a software which we install in our own laptop, in desktop, in system to connect to the mainframe server. So I'll open this server. Okay, once you install, you can see here. I will double click. My 30 days trial is over. I have to click on this. For you, first 30 days, you don't get this window. 51199. After 30 days, you will get this window. Now, once you do file, edit, you can give a name as your wish. You can give any name. Mainframe IP address, which I given to you, our email. I gave our email. You have to enter that IP address, the port number, change from maybe by default 32 80 will be there, 30 rows, 32 rows, 80 columns. Instead of that, give 24 rows, 80 columns. Give 24 rows, 80 columns, click on apply. So once you click on apply, you will be able to see this. If you see this window, which means that it is connected to servers successfully. What does mean? It is connected to server successfully. Any queries, team? Are you comfortable till now, guys? Confirm, unmute yourself. Please respond. Okay. We are here to learn. Okay. I want to tell you one more thing, team. See, everyone here to learn. Point one. I came to know from two, three participants, sir. I don't know if I ask like this, what others things and all. Don't think all of them. Okay. Everyone paid the course fees. Everyone here to learn. If they know the subject, they are not in this meeting. Okay. If they are experts, they are not in the meeting. So, and feel, okay, why? I'll tell you one more thing. The same training will be there in our company also for some of them. Okay. Maybe it will be there, depends on the company. Okay. So there you might feel that we cannot ask company process unnecessarily we have to show they will come to know we doesn't know anything. So those feelings will be there. Here is open forum. Anybody can ask any question. It is a silly or it is advanced question that we will decide. First, you open up and ask the question. I want everyone you to ask the question. This is the one request for everyone. Okay. So please don't think about others.
Yes, Anton.
Okay. So don't think about others. Hey, if I ask the question, what they feel. They are here also to learn only, na? If you think about this, then you will be in the backbench always. I don't want you to do it. Okay. Very rarely I'll try to shout on you, but try to maximum. I don't do that things 99%. Okay, but you keep asking. That is secondary. Whether I'll shout or not, that is worst case. But I should not think all of them, right? You keep asking the questions. Yeah. So let me give you some key terminologies so that we can do hands-on from tomorrow. Now you got to know what is emulator, right? So, which operating system we use in mainframe? Okay, G series,
ZOS.
OS. So before ZOS, we have something called MVS, okay? Multiple virtual storage, okay? So I'll use ChatGPT directly. I'll tell you here only. JetOS, MVS, dash D, tape, subsystem, emulator. What else you need? Uh, about this in less detailed way. Because detailed way means you'll get paragraphs. We no need all of them. Yeah. So first of all, JetOS is the operating system, which is the latest operating system. Before JetOS, we have another oldest operating system called MVS. It is an older version of the IBM mainframe OS, which is now part of JetOS. MVS is provide the virtual memory management, multitasking, enhanced capabilities for large enterprise application. Dash D is a storage device. Okay. What is tape? Okay, tape is the magnetic tape storage is used. Like, earlier we used to store our songs. I don't know how many people used a DVD, CD. Okay. Before DVD, CD, we have a cassettes. So from cassettes to we move to DVD, CD. From there we move to pen drive. From pen drive to external hard disk. From external hard disk to drive, cloud. Right? So how we have a different versions in the storage device where you stores actual end users data. So tape is a one of the oldest storage device. So later, due to some performance and all, they introduced something called Dash D. Dash D stands direct access storage. First, let's see. It's a magnetic storage is used for backup, archival purposes on mainframe system. Though slower than Dash D, tape provide a cost-effective solution for storing large volumes of data over time. Okay, basically storage device to store the data. Dash D, direct access storage device. So it refers to the direct storage device used on mainframe system for fast direct access to data. Dash D typically used to store large data sets. Okay, is it clear? Let me give you the notes also for you here. I'm not done, don't worry. So now, what is a subsystem team? Subsystem is a specialized software. Okay, I'll tell you one example before I get into the definition. So team, everyone using either Mac operating system or JetOS. Sorry, Windows, right? In your Windows, in Windows, do you have what you call? Which example I have to tell you? Yeah, any software you installed for some specific purpose team. Let's speak team. Which software you installed in your laptop apart from Windows? By default, Windows OS will come. Uh, on top of OS means except the OS, what are the softwares you installed? Two softwares. Can you tell me quickly?
Yes, it's MC-DOS, the prompt is CMD. It's an intern language.
Okay. What about others? Guys, silence is very dangerous in my training. Please unmute.
Adobe.
Adobe. Okay. Makes sense. Others, quick.
This mainframe
Zoom.
course emulator.
Emulator. Okay.
Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, etc.
Assume. Okay. That is also the came with the OS. Okay. Well, it's very good. Next. Others. There are 10 people. Only 5 people responded. Firefox, Google Chrome, right? Like that, you would have installed so many softwares. So what does main team? So you installed Adobe or PDF related Adobe PDF, right? So some people are, experts in the games playing, they will install the games. Some people Photoshop, they will install their respective softwares. So JetOS means Windows doesn't provide everything what you need. It is a standard to do something, to do minimal task it gives you, and it provide a provision to install other external softwares in your laptop so that you can do as your wish, like Photoshop, games, or writing a Java program, installing Oracle software, emulator, as our colleague said, or language translator, and so on. Similarly, JetOS doesn't provide everything for you. You have to install few additional softwares for specific reasons, like DB2. JetOS by default doesn't provide the DB2. Okay. Though it is a part of mainframe, it is not a open source, it's not available for everyone. So we have to take a license and we have to install it. Hence, so subsystem is a special software which we install. If any separate software which we install in JetOS, that is called subsystem. I'll show the definition for you now. Yeah, you read this definition. It is subsystem is a specialized component of the system that perform specific task. Why install? I will install DB2 because I want to store the data in DB2. CICS is a subsystem. Okay, I will install CS7. It is a subsystem. It works along with the operating system to manage resources, perform dedicated functions. It is it is software which is not available. It is not came with the JetOS. So if you install any software, that is called subsystem. Okay, so emulator, that I hope you got it. Is it clear? Now you started learning the key terminologies. What is JetOS? What is MVS? What is dash D? What is a tape? What is a subsystem? What is emulator? So yeah, Sharik.
Yeah, one question here. Does tape means that as you said that earlier we used to store in DVD form. So is it that physically the data is written in a tape or a DVD form, and in dash D how is it stored in that way?
No, it is not a
And
physical. No. It is again storage device only. It is like a hard disk only. It is a one
okay,
type of the hard disk.
okay.
It is a old type of storage device. Okay, old type of storage device to.
So how does dash D differ from tape?
No, okay, simple here. Okay, so we have a hard disk and we have
Yes,
a tape. A hard disk is there for you, DVD is there. So for DVD to process to load, it will take more time. Hard
yes,
disk just plug, automatically your data will be available with less than 10 seconds. Am I correct?
right.
Whereas DVD, CD, it will take some time to process entire all the tracks on the DVD, CD. So how differ both are them? Both are used to store the data. DVD you can store one image, your 10 photos. Hard disk you can store 10 images. What is the difference between both of them? Because performance. Because DVD means it will take more time to load. Because if you
Basically, is it tape is like an archive data of everything?
it usually they use for that purpose, but when dash D is there, that's why now they are using as a archive type. But when dash D was not there, the primary is itself is a tape.
Hmm.
See, earlier you don't have hard disk. What is the
Right.
source for? Obviously DVD CD.
Hmm.
So now that time you cannot say archive or other, right? So that is a
Right.
main storage for you. Now
Hmm.
we got cloud. Hard disk is again archival type. You got it? So
Yes, yes.
at this moment is we are using as a archival, but really this is earlier is the main storage type. You got it, right?
Yes, yes. So, when we talk about the OS, I'm talking about subsystem here now. When we talk about the OS, the DB2 and the kicks are not a part of the OS, right?
Yes, you are, I mean, yeah, it is not part of JetOS.
Okay, so these systems have to be installed separately in the subsystems have to be installed separately in the emulator, you mean?
In ZOS, yeah. Yeah, in Windows, how do you install Oracle? In Windows operating system, how do you install Photoshop? In Windows laptop, how do you
SQL
install
and
your
everything.
Chrome? Chrome, how do you install? Same way, you have to install DB2. In
Okay,
ZOS, you have to install CICS, you have to install TSO.
okay.
So simply we can compare these options as like the default applications in our mobile and the external applications we use to get from Play Store.
Obviously, Android. Yeah, yeah. That point came into my mind. But since we are talking about the broader way, yeah, as another way, Android actually even yeah, Android you can say is operating system where calculator and all provides you by default. On top of that, Google Pay, Phone Pay, or games. These are all external things.
Yeah.
One question. The two programs, emulator, Mocha and Vista, what do you recommend it? Because I have installed and I pay the license Vista, but Mocha I don't know what exists. What you consider the best choice?
No, okay. See, since we are doing minimal things, if you have a license already, if you are using Vista, please use Vista only. Okay. There is no point of choosing the other one when we have a something else. Okay. For our
Okay,
content, for our content, these are all okay. Okay. For us, we don't have a big deal with the difference. There is no difference between them for us. Okay, you can use Vista if you have a license, if it is already installed, if it is working fine for you. If it is not there, use Mocha. If Mocha is there already, you can use Mocha. Whichever the emulator is there with you, you can use it. For us, from Mocha, I have to specify the address of the server. In Vista, I have to specify the address of the server. See, I have to talk to other guy. Okay, I need a mobile. I can use Samsung mobile. I can use uh, Apple, any mobile I can use it, right? Same way.
okay, thank you.
So guys, Daniel is the one is attending from Spain. Okay. So we have a participants from Spain also.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
He is the first participant who is attending from Spain. Okay. I have participants, US citizens are there, okay, UK and all, but first time I'm talking to the Spain guy. Let me stop the recording.